Kitty man, I had a flow. Drip that water, call that boss. You check my squad and they gon' be in cost. You better be prepared to take a loss. I left my enemies dripping, but it ain't sauce. It ain't sauce, no it ain't sauce. Yeah, enemies dripping, but it ain't sauce. No it ain't sauce, no it ain't sauce. Yeah, enemies dripping, but it ain't sauce. It ain't sauce, it ain't sauce.
Hello people, it's your boy Arbi, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing Bad Boys Ride or Die, the fourth installment in Bad Boys franchise. Now, this will also be a very quick one. Not too much, not going to be too long, you know. It's going to be definitely going to be like, wait, let me fix my light. I don't know what's going on with my light. It's definitely, okay, there we go. It's definitely going to be, whoa. There we go. It's definitely going to be some spoilers, but not too many, not too much. Right off the bat, all I'm gonna say is Bad Boys Ride or Die is it's a good movie. It's a really good movie. I really enjoyed what I saw and what I watched. I would definitely recommend you go and see it. But there's something I must say. When watching this movie, I do genuinely feel that we're starting to it's two things really. One, I feel like we're starting to get repetitive, just a little bit repetitive. And we're starting to enter, we're not there yet, quite frankly, we're not there yet, but we're almost there. We're about to kind of enter that Fast and Furious type territory. Almost. Like we're about to get there. If they plan on keep going and going and going, and then yeah, we're about to get there. And my other thing is, there are moments in this movie where it's like you can clearly tell Will and Martin are getting old. They can't do as many like stuff as they can before. Yeah, they can't do well. At least Martin can't, and that's understandable. He had with what he had went through. So yeah, but yeah, you can tell they're getting a little old. A couple. It's not. It's some action scenes, but they're not. There a couple of them. They're not as. I don't think they're as good as like some of the. I don't think they're as good as For Life or some of the old Bad Boys movies. Well, even though yeah, of course, like they was younger, and Will doesn't do as much action as he did in For Life, so I can kind of see where the fatigue was getting in. All I can say is I kind of hope. Also, let me just get this out the way. Will and Martin, y'all know y'all fucked up because y'all should have named this movie Bad Boys for Life, and the other one probably should have been like Ride or Die. That one, you know. But that was the other thing. In the last movie, they kind of made it seem like that was the last movie because in that movie, Martin says to Will after Will got shot and after their detective got shot, they was like one last time. And then you would think like I felt as though, oh, that was it. And then we had an end credit scene with Armand, Mike's son, and you would think that it would be like a spinoff, like or like something else that would kind of go. And that was like really the end. But that doesn't happen here. Like we get straight back into another story with them two, which is fine. And it's perfectly good. Like I don't have no issues. But you know, I think after this, I think maybe one more movie possibly, and then we might need to end it. Like I think one more movie, and then that movie ends it. Like I don't think we need another one. I think because this movie at times kind of feels like it's just there. Like this is just Martin and Will was just like, we're gonna make another one, and it's good. It's funny. Martin and Will's probably have some of the best connection, probably the best duo I have ever seen. They are still funny and hilarious together. But it just kind of feels like this movie is just there. It doesn't really feel like it's another, like, I don't really even know how to explain it. It just feels like it's just another Bad Boys. Like it doesn't feel like this is like a part of a like a bigger franchise or anything like that. Like For Life actually felt like, oh, this is the third movie. This is possibly the last, you know. And in this movie, they do get kind of supernatural a little bit, just a little bit. Because Martin and Will go through some traumatic things in this movie, and I was just like, huh, I was not expecting this. What I will say is that the camera work I really loved. I did like the camera work a lot. And there's really two good scenes. There's one good scene with Reggie. Reggie finally gets his due in this movie, which I'm happy. He finally got his get back. And then he eventually puts Will and Martin in their place. And then it was this at the final scene where you kind of get this kind of, if you watch the movie Doom, well, that movie isn't necessarily good or better, really, but whatever. In that movie, there's a lot. It's a first person scene, and in this movie, you get like a couple of first person moments, and it like really like looks cool. Like it feels like I was playing Call of Duty for a second, and it works. At least for me, it worked for me. And then there's a moment where like Will passes the gun to Martin, and the camera, I don't know if this was CGI, if this was real. Like the camera is moving, and then it just quickly flips to Martin. It was like some really good camera work and really good segments where the camera is just panning around or standing or like doing like an overview of something, and it was like really cool. I thought the camera work did really well, and I saw on Instagram where Will was showing how the camera was going to be used and how it was going to operate, and I think it was executed very well. Really good job with the camera work. And there were like a couple of cameos. I don't know the one guy's name, but is one guy the guy that does this a lot? I forgot his name. And then we got a cameo from Michael Bay, a little mini cameo from Michael Bay. He's in the movie. I think he was a producer of this movie anyway, but yeah. But overall, the movie is cool. It's good. It's fine. There are moments where, like I said, where Will and Martin feel like very fatigued. And it does kind of feel like a little repetitive, just a little bit. And I do feel like the way it ends, they kind of make it seem like you are getting another one, like there will be another one, because it kind of just ends with Reggie. Like it doesn't end like in a way that, oh, this is it. So I know we will be possibly getting another one. But I kind of am curious. I kind of would like it if they did maybe a spin-off with his son. I actually really enjoyed his son in this movie, like more than I thought I would. I thought that dynamic of Will and his son was actually pretty good. And maybe like I would think like eventually we could get like a spin-off with his son, and maybe his son finds a partner. Like I actually really enjoyed the moments with his son, and his son has a moment where he goes from being that pretty much mafia drug dealer, and then becomes pretty much a hero, a good cop in this sense. So he goes from being an actual bad boy to a good bad boy. Yeah, I would definitely like a spinoff with Mike's son. I think that would be very interesting, and that would actually take it to a new ground. Maybe see where he goes, what he can discover and figure out, and then just let Mike and Marcus just settle. Like I think they've done enough. I think they've done enough. But if you're going to make another one and it gets better than this, then we'll see. We'll see. Um, I don't think this one is better than For Life. I think For Life was way funnier, and I think For Life was way funnier, and I like the action more in For Life. Yeah, I prefer For Life. I don't think this one's better than For Life, but this one is still good though. It is still really good. I will not knock it at all. But yeah, let me see. If we was to rate this joint, I'm gonna just rank all of them. The first Bad Boys is a classic. I'm a sucker, regardless of how much like the story is inconsistent at times. I mean, and the story is basic. Well, not want to say inconsistent. It's mostly just basic. I would give the first Bad Boys I would give it an 8, and that's probably purely off of nostalgia, like 8. The second Bad Boys, I would definitely give like a 6. It's okay. It definitely like a 6. The third Bad Boys, I would probably give like a 9. I really actually enjoyed Bad Boys for Life. Like I really enjoyed it. This one, I would probably give it a 7. Probably a 7. I think that fits it. Like fits it. It's not terrible. It's not terrible at all. It's a really above average good action flick. Another action flick. And I thought, you know, it was good to see Will and Martin back, and their chemistry on screen is always amazing. But I do feel that we do need to kind of like if they make another one, which I'm pretty sure they are, kind of end it with that one, and then maybe do a spin-off with Will's son and possibly have him get a partner like Marcus and make a new dynamic and have a new younger, bring in a new younger audience possibly. I think that might be a good direction because once again, you can kind of see the fatigue that they are going through, and they are getting a little older. So yeah, but a 7 out of 10 is what I give Bad Boys Ride or Die final rating. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.